£5 drop in the weights will be quite enough to help Rogue Bullet get his head in front here.
OK, next in is number 4. That's Invincible Crown for Jimmy Sullivan, running for Ruth Carr.
Yeah, ended first season in the care of Richard Hughes. That was with a victory in a nursery at Wolverhampton in October. Hasn't matched that form in 4 starts since for Ruth Carr, but it's coming down in the weights, and I didn't think Invincible Crown was suited by the way things turned out at Yarmouth. Came from the back last time, and the principles were prominent.
OK, next in is number 8. That is Style King, Sylvester de Souza and Chris Dwyer. Got the red hood going around the parade ring.
Yeah, left Roger Varian's stable after the last of 3 starts last summer. Marked his stable debut with a close second at Wolverhampton on handicap debut, but well below that form in 2 attempts since.
OK, and we've got number 3 following that one. That's Winchurch for Ali Rawlinson and Mick Appleby.
3 parts of a length behind today's rival Amajit at Lingfield last summer, and ran well enough of higher marks on the all-weather during the winter to be feasibly handicapped off 73 here.
OK, finally is number 9, the Grey. That is Too Late to Negotiate. Brandon Wilkie and Daisy Hitchens. Been in decent form of late.
Yeah, consistent, yet to get her head in front from 12 goes, but there have been some near misses of late, including a head defeat at Lingfield Park in March, and when going down by 2 necks there last time, so no reason why Too Late to Negotiate can't show to the fore again here.
OK, the rest of them have gone out down to the start. Still a decent enough atmosphere here at Leicester, and in the words of Sophie Ellis-Blakes today, we better not kill the mood.
I have that in my head now. Very good. Very good. Leicester Racecourse Ideal Self-Hire Wedding Venue Handicap, 5 furlongs. Rogue Bullet, 100 to 30. And next in is a 7 to 2 shot. And that's Too Late to Negotiate. Miss Showdown is 4 to 1. Tees Aggregates is 5 to 1. 10s and bigger, the rest. Bit of money for Winchurch, but nothing major. 100 to 30. Not a majorly moving market at this stage. All 9 going to post, but Rogue Bullet in the colours of the Rogues Gallery, who are flying at the moment. Loads of good winners between Britain and Ireland. 3 from their last 5. And they've got Rogue Bullet here for Jack Jones, Hector Crouch. Tom.
Thanks, Tom. Yeah, they had a pretty impressive winner at Wetherby last night, did the Rogues Gallery, a speedster, and no mistake. And today they've got the favourite here in Rogue Bullet, Hector Crouch and Jack Jones. I feel a bit for you, Dave, because it's not been easy today, has it, in terms of these races providing simple clues. I mean, they've all been pretty competitive, and they've all had fairly close-knit markets, so it's not been easy, has it?
No. But it's been interesting, hasn't it? I mean,
It has.
in terms of both the two divisions of the maiden, which we weren't dealing with 6 or 7 figure purchases and blue bloods, but they were interesting in their own way. And I think that for all Racing TV members that want to watch racing replay this evening, Tom, you can pick through each of these 8 races, and even those of a modest enough nature, you can probably find horses to have a look at next time and think, yeah, that finished well, that was unsuited, that maybe didn't get the breaks. So, yeah, it's been I think it's been we're not, look, Racing TV members, they're a perspicacious bunch of people. We're not trying to pull the wool over their eyes, but I think that in its modest sphere, it's been an informative afternoon.
Well, I would agree with that, and you're definitely not pulling wool over anyone's eyes if you were to say that the winner of our second race, the newcomer, Amberia, might get a Royal Ascot, because that is potentially on the agenda. She was so impressive, and if indeed you are going to be watching Racing Replay, that is one race you should put above all others, I think, in terms of what might be to come in the future. OK, Dave, what about this race then? We've got 2 joint favourites now, Too Late to Negotiate is 7-2 alongside the Rogues Gallery contender Rogue Bullet. What do you think about that one's chance?
Interesting. I personally, I thought that Rogue Bullet, just the 2 runs last time subsequent to the Brighton win, I just thought that maybe that mark in the early 70s is enough, really. 11 career starts, so there might just be the scope for a bit more improvement. With Too Late to Negotiate, we know that we're going to get a horse who is very likely to make the frame and run consistently well, for all that she's not managed to get her head in front as yet. I actually put Invincible Crown in here at double figure odds. I just felt that although there's work to do with Rogue Bullet on their running at Yarmouth last time, I thought that maybe things didn't unfold. This horse hasn't been shining since leaving Richard Hughes. The 4 starts this season for Ruth Carr have resulted in all in hefty enough defeats, but in terms of handicap ratings, he's just £1 above the mark from which he won a Wolverhampton nursery for Richard Hughes. And so, bearing that in mind, and the fact that I'm not mad about the 2 horses towards the head of the market, who probably will fight out the finish, I would put Invincible Crown in here. We've got enough runners for 3 places, haven't we? We've still got the 9, haven't we?
Yeah, and Invincible Crown was the last one down to the start, but is now joined alongside his equine rivals there at the start of this 5 furlong dash. Let's talk about Miss Showdown, because she was a winner 2 starts ago, and I didn't think ran badly at all last time either.
No, I agree with that. Was at one point looked as though she might be feeling it, might be finding it a bit hot at Goodwood towards the end of last month. What was that, 10 days ago? Here we go. Miss Showdown in the black and yellow colours. Now, at this point, it's got just a couple behind, and shortly you will see Saffie Osborne start pushing along, and Miss Showdown finishes to decent effect. Is beaten just under 4 lengths at the line towards that far side. I think that whilst I don't think Leicester is by any means the stiffest course in the UK, it's certainly more of a test than is Goodwood. And bearing that in mind, the way that Miss Showdown finishes here, she just manages to get into 4th place there, I think that this should probably suit. That was on the back of a victory at Bath, an easy track where she needed every inch of it just to get up. She was literally in front on the line, and so yeah, every reason to expect a good run. Also worth pointing out that run at Goodwood last time was Miss Showdown's first since that win at Bath, and that was in mid-September.
Yep, good point, well made. On tees aggregates, you need to have brazen speed to win at Catterick over 5 furlongs, and I thought you showed plenty of that last time out when winning.
Yeah, interesting tees aggregates. The last 4 starts, I think, have been at Catterick, and as you say, that is a speed track, and he was able to get his head in front for the second time, but has, of course, scored over this course and distance in the past as well.
OK, with our thanks, here's the last with John.
Thank you, Tom. Set now. Ready over 5. They're off and they're racing. Awkward start from Too Late to Negotiate. Is at the back of the field early, and Invincible Crown slow away as well. Up front, Pontneuf leads the field early from Rogue Bullet in second place, Winchurch in third, and Miss Showdown is close up in fourth and racing keenly. A little gap then back to Style King, who's alongside Amejit, and then Too Late to Negotiate, who's closed up a little bit. Invincible Crown with that one. Stand side is Tees Aggregates with the red cap. They're already past halfway to the 2 pole, and now Rogue Bullet is about to take over the lead from Pontneuf, with Winchurch in behind them. Pontneuf drifting over towards that far side running rail. Then comes Miss Showdown. Too Late to Negotiate is trying to improve on them. Invincible Crown is not picking up, and down the middle of the track, 2 of them lock horns now. Rogue Bullet joined by Winchurch. Winchurch this side of Rogue Bullet. Winchurch forges on. Winchurch goes on to win the last from Rogue Bullet. Pontneuf was third home, and Too Late to Negotiate in fourth.
Not slowly away today is Winchurch, and pretty fast home as well. He wins, and wins well, seeing off Rogue Bullet on the far side. The pair clear of the rest, and it was a truly run affair. Looked as though Rogue Bullet had them all under pressure, but Winchurch in a decent position himself mid-race has had that little bit too much potency in the final furlong. Back in third, Pontneuf, to be fair to his run, he kept on gamely to get that position, having been off the bridle from some way out. But Winchurch, the winner, 11-1, returning for Ali Rawlinson and Mick Appleby, and comes with a withering late surge down this near side, Dave.
Yeah, I'd written in my notes, Tom, watch the market, because Winchurch had been off for 106 days and had been gelded in that time. So 3-month absence, obviously gelding operation. I hope that the market might hold our hand to a degree, and actually this winner has been no better than lukewarm in the betting, going off at, was it 11-1 there?
Yep.
So didn't really hold our hand at all. Pontneuf is the one who disputes it with Rogue Bullet. I was a bit rude about Rogue Bullet's chances beforehand, but he's run a perfectly good race here in second. Attended on the outside there by the winner, Winchurch, and just between the pair in the yellow and black, it's Miss Showdown. No show, I'm afraid, from my selection, Invincible Crown, there in the beige and the brown.
Didn't help his chance by starting slowly.
No, that's right. And it was pretty hard to come from the back in this race. Too Late to Negotiate, actually, as right.